What is the best electric scooter for under $1,000? In today's video, we're going to show you how we go through a systematic approach to figure out which electric scooter is perfect for you. No electric scooter is perfect for everyone, but there is a perfect electric scooter out there for you. And today we'll be talking about 5 of these electric scooters, and maybe one of these will be your perfect match.
Be sure to stick around till the end to find out which of these sub $1,000 e-scooters Andrew and I pick as our favorites.
Shout out to Jason over at eWheels for sending us 3 of these scooters. Andrew, what is that systematic approach that we use to figure out what scooter is best for us?
Yeah, we do it by a 4-step process. We do the PQRS is the easiest way to remember it. Portability, quality, range, and speed. So we're gonna just go ahead and dive right into these scooters and see what they're all about. First off, we'll start off with the VSET 8. The VSET 8 is a single motor scooter. Ranking it on the portability, it's not the best for portability. It's 51 pounds.
Yeah, compared to the other scooters we'll be looking at, the VSET 8 is the second heaviest of the group, but it does fold down nicely.
Talking about quality here, this thing is really high quality for me. It's got the NFC card reader, extendable stem, so you can actually use it for children or for adults. The light down the stem of it, so that looks really nice at nighttime. Also has turn signal indicators. They're not the brightest, but at least it has some turn signal indicators. It also has a bell integrated on the handlebar grip, and also a solid tire in the rear. It's an air tire in the front, which makes it nice and comfy, and solid tire in the rear because that's the most common place you're gonna get flats, and also has swing arm suspensions. Swing arm suspension is by far the best out of all 5 of these scooters. It's going to be a lot more comfy than any of the other rides. That's why I give it a pretty big 5 stars for quality. When it comes down to range, 40 mile stated range, which is about accurate. It has the highest watt hours out of all the other scooters, so I do give this a pretty high ranking when it comes down to range. And then speed, it also gets the highest rating as well too, because out of all these scooters, 3 of them max out at 25 miles per hour, and this is one of them. I give it top marks for speed as well.
We're going to move on to the InMotion L9 next. This isn't just the InMotion L9, this is now the InMotion L9 HS. The portability on this thing, it's actually pretty low because this is the heaviest of all the scooters that we're going to be reviewing. It's over 50 pounds. If you have to go up and down stairs, if you have to take this onto a bus, this is probably not the scooter for you. Next up is Q, quality. The quality of this scooter is actually really high in my opinion, and that's because of all the great features on this. You have a very nice, beautiful color display, a very bright headlight that is high up. Usually the lights on a lot of scooters are down low. This is high up enough that it's going to project and actually be a pretty usable light. There are undercarriage lights that glow and give this really cool effect, and depending on where you're leaning when you're turning, the lighting will signal in that direction. So it kind of has turn signals that you don't have to worry about. They're not super functional though, but they do look pretty cool. Comes with a bell, both mechanical braking and electronic braking. The front and rear suspension also makes this a very smooth ride, including the 10-inch pneumatic tires. We took this thing on a marathon ride. It is a comfy ride, and so for Q, this gets high marks from me. Next letter is R, range, and range is king on this scooter. It's advertised at 50 miles of range, which is more than any of the other scooters that we're going to be talking today in that $1,000 and under category. And finally, S, speed. Previous models, when this first came out, it maxed out at like 19 miles an hour. Now it's up to 25 miles an hour, which is up there with the fastest scooters that we'll be reviewing. The highest marks for this scooter, quality, speed, and range. Where this thing lacks is the portability, but you can't have it all. Speaking of portability, let's talk about an ultra portable scooter, the E2W.
Yeah, the E2W GT SE for Special Edition is what it stands for. This is one of the most ultra portable scooters that we got out of the 5. This is slightly heavier than the Unagi, so it's just a little bit more, but for that little bit more weight, for 2 pounds, you get a lot more features. It folds up really quickly. You can take it upstairs, you can take it into a bus, folds up into a really small space, and only weighs 29 pounds, so it's easy to carry just one-handed. Talking about the quality, this quality of this scooter is really great. It's got a color display on there. It's all right, but it also does have an app. Speaking about the app, it also has an ability to control the kinetic energy recovery system. So it has a really awesome regenerative braking system compared to most of these scooters. Most of the scooters offer some type of regenerative or electronic braking. This electronic braking is far superior to the rest of the scooters. Also has a really bright light that's up high, so it actually projects pretty good lighting on here. Has front and rear suspension and solid tires, so you'll never have to deal with flats ever with this scooter. Talking about the range on this scooter gets 23 miles of range for only weighing 29 pounds, almost 1 mile per each pound on the scooter. So that's really impressive to me, especially for how lightweight it is, because Unagi really, it claims 14 miles of range, will maybe get 7 miles of range on that scooter. And then talking about speed on this scooter, this is the most powerful motor on any of the 5 scooters that we are reviewing. This scooter has a 700-watt motor on it, and it goes up to 25 miles per hour. So really great top speed for such a light package.
And for such an inexpensive package. So for $1,000 for something this light, you are definitely getting a lot of speed, a lot of power, a lot of portability, and pretty decent range. Andrew mentioned the Unagi several times. Let's bring out the Unagi and let's learn about that scooter.
We called it the Tesla of e-scooters, and a lot of people shredded us saying Teslas are super fast. So we're not talking about the speed of this, we're talking about just the quality of it. But let's kind of go backtrack and start out with the portability. It is the lightest of the bunch, and it is the lightest dual motor scooter out there. It weighs only 27 pounds. It folds ultra quick. It's got one button you just drop down and it slides right into place and locks up. It's really easy to get onto the bus, really easy to take on the elevator, easy to go upstairs as well. This gets the highest marks in portability. Speaking about quality, it looks really nice. That's why we called it the Tesla of e-scooters. When we talk about quality of craftsmanship, definitely Tesla-like. Talking about speed, I'm gonna skip over the R right now, talk about speed real quick. The speed on this scooter is not the best. You can unlock it to go 20 miles per hour, and once it gets to 80% levels, it only goes 17 miles per hour. So the speed on the scooter is not that great at all. Backing back up to the range on the scooter says it's 14 miles worth of range, and that's even highly stated. For me, weighing at 190 pounds, I was only able to get 7 miles of range on the scooter. So really, when it comes to range, it gets a big thumbs down and only 1 star for me. This scooter is great on portability, great on quality, but really lacks on range and lacks on speed.
If this is the Tesla of electric scooters, this is going to be the Honda Civic of electric scooters, all right? That's because it's been around so long, it's a kind of a tried and true design.
Yeah, the Segway Ninebot Max is a staple scooter. This is what a lot of ride-sharing scooters started out as. So Lyft uses them still, Spin used them, and if you would have asked me 2 years ago what I thought about the scooter, it would have got super high rankings. But today, there's a lot of other cool scooters that have come out. So let's talk about portability. This scooter ranks in the middle of all 5 of these scooters. It comes in at 41.2 pounds. Talking about quality of the scooter, if you would have asked me that question 2 years ago, I would have given this scooter 5 stars. But now that there's a lot of other cool scooters out there, I range this quality in about 3 stars. Because the problem with the scooter is it doesn't have any front or rear suspension. It's got a semi-decent light, it's not super bright. It does have an app. For me, it's really lackluster. I would choose a lot of these scooters over this scooter any day. This scooter served its purpose when I first bought it. It was actually my first electric scooter that I purchased for my wife. But now I've kind of just outgrown it. I really only use this for when I have guests using scooters for the first time. And if I'm worried about them, it's one of the most simplistic scooters. The range on this scooter is quoted to be about 40 miles worth of range. I really get about 32 miles of range. And if you're hauling the whole time, you're gonna get about 20 miles of range. The speed on the scooter is 18.6 miles per hour. You can unlock the scooter, but you have to go through a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. So portability, so-so. Quality, so-so. Range, pretty good. And speed, nah, not that great.
Andrew and I are going to use that PQRS system to decide which scooter is perfect for us. For me, I love the VSET 8. I love that it comes with all the bells and whistles, the NFC reader, the kick plate. I love the suspension. It is just a great ride that has the speed I need at 25 miles an hour, but it's a little too heavy for what I need because I want something that my kids will be able to ride, be able to take to school, be able to take it to church, to their activities. And so for that reason, I'm going for my favorite scooter, the E2W. That has the speed I want, has portability, and I just love the punch that it packs. Andrew, which electric scooter is perfect for you?
Yeah, for me, it's really between the InMotion L9 and the VSET 8. The InMotion L9 is a super upgrade to the Ninebot Max. As soon as I saw this about 8 months ago, I immediately thought that it was much better than the Ninebot Max. It looks the same, dual suspension, second light, undercarriage lighting, just a much better scooter with a little bit bigger of a fatter 10-inch pneumatic tires. I don't love the turn signals on it. The app is okay, and it just doesn't quite fit my needs. And really for me, I choose the VSET 8. The VSET 8 meets all my needs and then some. So I do love the light that's up and down the stem. It does have the turn signal indicators, the adjustable stems, best suspension out of all the $1,000 scooters or below. And I can also go up to 25 miles per hour, so I at least get my speed since I'm the speed demon.
That is how we go through choosing the perfect electric scooter for us, or helping our friends and family members choose the perfect electric scooter for them. Thanks for watching, and when you guys ride, remember to wear your safety gear.